Hey everybody, it's me, Albatross. I have a couple of things that I wanted to say. I have it written down on a piece of paper so I don't forget all the important points because it's important what I'm about to say and I don't want to forget anything. Um, this message is mainly for Allie. Um, I'm sure I'm going to try my best not to be misunderstood by everyone else. I'm sure people will still misunderstand, but those of you that, are smart and can, critically think about the words I'm saying and what I'm saying, I know you'll get what I'm saying. And I know Allie will get what I'm saying. And she won't be mad because that's not important. What's important is the children. So, but I just gotta say, Allie, what are you doing? Why are you risking your life like that to yell at ignorant people? Please stop doing that. They're not worth it. Sure, I know you know. I know that you know that there are gonna be people who find the truth and still won't care. And I know that's heartbreaking. And I know I can discern you're coming from a place of love. And that's why I wanted to say that, because I know with what you've been through, you must have learned this by now. But some people will not get it. They won't. And I don't like seeing you risk your life to try to to teach horrible people morality. And I'm not talking about like the people who don't know the truth yet. I'm talking about there's people out there that still don't know or still believe that the government is, like Mama Bear and going to take care of us all. I get that. And like the real people with morals and integrity, once they know the truth, you know, we there's people who still don't know. Um and I know that personally firsthand. I know that firsthand. I've lost a lot of relationships in the last few months or so, or however long it's been. I've lost several relationships because people didn't want to see the truth, and I didn't think it was worth wasting time on them anymore because they had the truth right in front of them. They didn't want to see it. But and with that said, there's a couple other things I wanted to point out. I get where you're coming from, Allie. You gotta be. I can't imagine how fucking frustrating that must be, to like know all this from firsthand experience, come out, you know, knowing that the people who are supposed to protect us won't, knowing this, knowing that there's no way you could possibly give the feds maybe, and and I've heard you say this before, that you've tried, passing information along and no one did anything with it, and then that information was gone. So only an idiot would give up all their information to. So I get, I get that, and I get what, and I can't imagine how frustrating that is, because then you go down to the American people, to the regular citizens, and they're not. I mean, there's a lot of us who are. There's a lot of us who are, and there'll be more when more people learn the truth. But I did a couple research videos on this. In case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of people out there suppressing your information. A lot of people suppressing your story, and people who I can't really clearly find a clear motive of why. But that doesn't really matter. But that doesn't really matter. The point is, there's information being suppressed, and not talking about the government's involved. I'm not talking about the dumb celebrity bullcrap and the Tupacs I'm not talking about those people. Those people clearly don't care. I'm talking about talking about like MK Ultra and the government and the big three. I mean, to go back to your starfish story, like you said, if suddenly someone drained out all the water from the ocean, you're going to do your best to try to throw as many as you can back in. But now that you've got help, while you're doing that, there can be other people sneaking to the place to put the water back on the beach. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's many different things that needs to be done. And you're right. Number one among them is focusing on the children. And it is so disgusting. It is so disgusting that I've seen people who do know the truth who are still, it's disgusting. And it's frustrating. And it breaks my heart too. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why there has to be a celebrity or someone famous involved for people to care. I don't understand that either. And I'm frustrated about that too. But please don't risk your life anymore, Allie. These ignorant people are not worth it. They aren't. And if I had to guess, some of these ignorant people were put out there literally to draw you out. Like that girl who was pretending to know you. I think they were trying to kill two birds with one stone. I think they were trying to pull you out of the woodwork while also, trying to discredit you at the same time. Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. But please don't test the waters and do that anymore. I mean, you're a grown woman. You do what you want to do. I'm just saying, because I care about you and your mom, I don't just, be careful, please. And with that also said, there's a couple more things I wanted to say. Like, I get what you mean when you say we got to stop spending our money with these people. And you're right. You're right. And in fact, I've stopped. I don't know about anybody else, but myself personally, I don't, pay for Disney subscriptions anymore. I don't pay for Netflix subscriptions anymore. I don't pay for the music subscriptions anymore. I never did watch the news. So there's that. But I was thinking about it, like the government and the big three, that's just one little tiny fractal of how they make their money. Like, they make their money from the food we eat, to the water we drink, to the homes we live in. And realistically, there's no way we can completely stop giving these people our money. So I don't know exactly what it is. I'm still working on this myself. But we got to do something different. And to be honest, I don't really, other than to work together, I don't know how. I know that you can't, because I know it's a different situation with you. You're literally being like targeted. Like they have made it literally impossible for you to even live a normal life, and that's bullshit. But like the rest of us can certainly like do something, organize or something. Like there's things we can do as a group. And I know no group is perfect. But like I do believe there's strength in numbers, and especially when you talk about people as powerful as the government, as powerful as BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, people that powerful, like, other than talk on the internet, there's not much individually we can do. And I honestly don't, I'm not just thinking about the kids that are still there. Of course I'm thinking about them. I'm also thinking about the kids who aren't there yet, whose future is in that nasty, horrible business. And I'm trying to think, how do we stop this? Maybe I'm being naive. I'm sure I am, but that's not going to stop me from trying to think of a way to stop this. I don't know the answer either. I don't know the answer. But I know a lot of people, I saw a lot of people get a little offended. But I also saw some people who felt like I did, just just frustrated for you. Because, like, if people actually put themselves in your shoes, it's like, fuck, well, what do I do now? Like, every move you make, it's like, well, okay, I've been talking about this for years now. People aren't focusing. They're demanding this. They're demanding this. You know, I'm going to check out and let you know I got to check out. And if for a month or two, and like you had no choice. I get that. But then people started coming out using your name, saying they knew you, and then you're like, well, fuck. Well, that's not going to work either. So I got to come out. So it's like, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I literally felt that frustration on that video. It's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this because no one else is doing it. There's no more frustrating feeling in the world than that. But I just, if this message gets to you, I want you to know that I hear you. I hear you. And from now on, every time, I'm going to keep reposting your videos, of course. Now, just like I said, I'm not always going to agree with everything thing you said, just like I showed. But that doesn't matter because we're both focused on the children. That's what should matter. And as I'm talking about these evil fucking people that are keeping these kids enslaved, I'm going to, from now on, at the end of every single episode I do, I'm going to talk about at least one or two or several missing kids, or, you know, something to let them know while they're waiting for us that they are heard. Because you're right about that. They need to know that they're heard. They need to know that there's people fighting for them to get them out of there. I don't have the answers. I know that life won't be perfect for them once they get out, but like, I don't have the answers for that. But it, like you said, it's triage. We just got to get them out of that. And there are like people I know of who, like, I've looked into it a lot lately, and like there's these two women that I think you all should go out and check out and support. Their names are Danny Henderson and Elena Denham. Now, they're big on disclosure, but it's more than that. Like, there's people behind the scenes in their group that uses their like gifts and things like that the alien, I don't care who believes it or not. I mean, you know, whatever, go fuck yourselves. But things that the aliens, you know, provide them with, and they literally go and find missing kids, like physical kids who are in these situations. They go and find them. They've been getting a lot of pushback just for that reason. I mean, in my opinion, I believe, my opinion, other than the disclosure point, I think that's the main thing, because they're trying to help the kids too. So there are people out there. I know that I can't imagine how frustrating it is to every time you turn on TikTok or whatever, you know, that there's all these people like with clickbaits and all this, and it really is disgusting. I don't know. It's disgusting. But like I said, you know what I found? The reason why celebrities have been so influential is because they highlight the ignorant. You know what I mean? How you were saying, how Allie was saying, you know, ignorance outweighs the truth always. Well, that's because we've always put ignorance on a pedestal. We've always shined a light on ignorance. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why these celebrities have been so influential, because, like, you know, that's like their whole job. They shine a light on superficial bullcrap. On nothing real. Nothing real. And I feel like ignorance outweighs the truth because it's been put in the spotlight for too long. But that's my opinion. I'm on board, and we're not going to shut up. We're not going to shut up about this until the kids are pulled out and the ones behind it stop taking future kids. It's not enough for me just to save the ones that are there. I want to save them all. And damn it, I'm going to try. Even if it's not realistic, I'm going to fucking try. But that's all I wanted to say. I might get a lot of pushback for this post, but the important thing is that we focus on the kids. That's the important thing. That's what we're doing. They also need to know that they're heard too. Just like Allie's trying to say. These kids need to be heard too. And don't, for those of you who, you know who you are, don't take what she's saying personally. Okay? It's not personal. You just got to look at it from that point of view, like from her point of view, from what she's been through all the way up until this point. She's tired. She's tired and frustrated, and it's like she's stuck between the literal rock and hard place of not knowing what to do. And it's like, well, fuck, this is the only thing I can do. Because even if I am talking about the kids, if I say anything remotely different, even if it's relating to the kids, people are going to use that and, take the attention off of it. So literally all I can do is sit here and just say the children over and over again. Because what else can she do than that? When everyone's taken pieces of what she's saying and misconstruing it, misinforming people. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's frustrating. And people, I guess, who haven't put themselves in that position or who have never been in that position truly don't get that. And I guess it would be easy to take it personally that way. But maybe it's because I'm a Libra. But I can see exactly why she's so frustrated. What else can she do other than what she's doing? But I'm praying for you, Allie. I'm praying for Shelly. Please stay safe. And if you got to come out and yell at some ignorant people again, just, just be safe. Okay? Make sure it's worth it. Have a good day, everybody.